After days of depressing racial violence across Israel, Friday night in Jaffa brought a new low. Mobs throwing firebombs into homes, including that of 12-year-old Mohammed. He and his younger sister burned. His father said they'd been sitting in the living room when the Molotov cocktail was thrown in. He rushed Mohammed to the bath. Neighbors came to help. But across Israel, neighbors are turning on each other on a scale that few can remember. More gun violence in Lod, where 2 Jewish men were shot the previous night by Palestinians.
One of our guys tried to leave from behind the mosque, but he was shot. We don't know if it was the settlers or police or undercover forces.
The town has seen religious sites desecrated, a Jewish synagogue, a Muslim cemetery. The Prime Minister was there again on Friday.
Groups of rioters are coming from the Arab public and harming Jews because they are Jews. I am explicitly saying that this is not the entire Arab public, and not even the majority of the Arab public, but it is a significant minority that harms violently and also harms the fabric of life we have built over the years between Jews and Arabs.
And so to the crackdown, Israel's internal security agency detaining a senior cleric of the Northern Islamic movement for alleged incitement. Accompanying violent confrontations saw dozens more Palestinians injured, some critically. Netanyahu himself stands accused of fueling this fire, courting and legitimizing the extreme racist right at the last election, failing fully to tackle gun crime within Palestinian-Israeli areas for years before. In the occupied West Bank, a violent flare-up of a different kind. Palestinians confronting soldiers enforcing a military occupation. This was just west of Ramallah. This was Hebron. And this close to the illegal Israeli settlement of Beit El.
We're trying to defend our land. We have no arms, nothing.
As in Gaza and Israel, the toll mounted quickly. Israeli forces using live ammunition, shooting protesters dead. Hundreds were injured. In occupied East Jerusalem, Jewish settlers and Palestinians faced off. One Palestinian man was shot and injured. As well as erupting in the occupied West Bank and continuing here in occupied East Jerusalem, this violence between Jews and Arabs is continuing to flare in Israel itself. The image that shocked so many earlier this week was the beating of Said Musa. He's now given an interview to Israel's Channel 13 TV, saying his assailants first asked him if he was an Arab. Yes, how can I help, was his reply. The simple, open innocence of that question now seems from another time. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, occupied East Jerusalem.